All righty. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Professor Christopher McGlothlin, and this is the Ghost Show. And it's our own little podcast that we do whenever we've got a book to make. And because if you're just joining us the first time ever, that's what we do. When I'm not busy appearing in documentaries like The Exorcist Untold, I get to work with amazingly talented and wonderful people like the gentleman surrounding me right now. And we to date have produced five. No, I'm not math. Well, I am math challenged. I'm a social scientist. I do fudge figures. But trust me, there's five books now, because not only are these four original books that exist in our things and can be read or used as improvisational weapons, thanks to you wonderful, beautiful people, there will be a fifth book here. It's Halloween. It's ghostly. Okay, they're right here in the ghost slot. There is the original transgressive. This is transgressive horror resurrected. We're going backwards here because I fantastic flops, subversive sci-fi, transgressive horror, and soon there will be subversive sci-fi evolution because of you wonderful people. We funded in the middle of class today, just after I had finished. I had spent my entire planning block, an hour and a half, writing an update in character as my dog. That's it. I was going to use my pets to try to get this thing to fund. And after sinking an hour and a half into that, I logged on and we had funded. So there you go. By a kind of wonderful day. And not only am I extremely, extremely blessed to be able to bring you guys a fifth book in this series, not only are we magically and marvelously currently stuck on $6,666. Go to Subversive. Go. Here you go. Go. Yeah. Here you go. There you go. There you go. I don't often say Google me, especially when I'm in class, but there you go. Go to that link and try it out. Try it on yourself. That's where we're at. It could not be more perfect, especially with the fine gentlemen surrounding me. So we're here to talk about the book. We're here to celebrate. And while I work on this bottle of bubbly, I'm going to go ahead and go around the grid here and let these wonderful, talented, amazing gentlemen and friends introduce themselves. And we're going to start with my old friend Rob. Rob, tell the world about yourself and what you do and what you did for the book and any Halloween things you got going on.
Well, thank you. And again, I have to say, congratulations. This is quite an achievement, a terrific feat for a terrific publishing house project, and just an amazing collection of authors.
Yes.
Well, I'm Rob Toth. I have contributed to all of the Ghost Show books so far, and yet they're still being funded. I kind of see my specialty with these essays as trying to find films that are not necessarily gems, not necessarily cult classics, but movies that for whatever reason I love and I'd watch over and over again, even if they suck. I'm not going to say that's exactly the case with Americathon, which is the movie I did for this book, but there's just something compelling about this film. There's something compelling about a few of the films I've talked about, and I appreciate the chance. This is a tremendous opportunity. These books are terrific, and I can't thank the people in the audience enough for backing us up. So thank you. It's great to be here.
Very welcome. All righty. And then circling back around, our own, my dear longtime friend, one of the guys that can rival my wife for his affection for pets, and she's shooting me a look right now, but trust me, John backs this up. John, tell us what you do with words and dogs and my books and have at it, please.
Well, I do have two dogs currently. That were rescues. One was, I suppose, more of an inheritance because I have a Yorkie who's getting on in years now. He's now 13.
Wow.
but his family simply they were older when they first got him or first adopted him, and they simply couldn't care for him anymore. So he's been with us for about 6 years. And I have Arlo, who is a mutt who is several times Oliver's size. Arlo is another rescue. He was a rescue taken in by a shelter run by a dear friend of my wife's. And Arlo, he was a stray. He was with a pack of 29 other dogs who had basically overrun a farm in nearby West Virginia, an abandoned farm.
Oh, wow. So
he was a pretty scraggly guy when we first got him, and skinny as a rail. So now we actually got to get his weight down a little bit because he's
as I sink uncomfortably in my chair.
He's the friendliest, sweetest dog. But except when it comes to food, he's very food insecure even now. I mean, any morsel drops on the floor, he's going after it.
I'm using that as my excuse from now on.
I've been there.
Food insecure.
I'm food in. There you go. There you go.
What a lot.
Thank you.
By the way, I do have books. It's just the L desk is in the wrong orientation. I could turn the laptop around, and you could view the shelves with the books.
Oh, and lastly, a dear reminder of one of the many amazing blessings of doing these books is to paraphrase the movie. It really has been the friends that I've made along the way, and being able to get to know and work with amazing people like Tim Thompson has just been amazing. So, Tim, I couldn't begin to describe your awesomeness. I'm leaving that to you, my friend. Tell folks a little bit about yourself and your Halloween.
Yeah, I'm Christopher Lee. Thank you. And Tim, I'm in Houston, Texas, where we're at peak trick-or-treaters right now. I'm hearing my wife handle the kids outside. I found out about Ghost Show for Subversive Sci-Fi, and those two words just linked me in, and I had to get involved. And then thankfully you let me stick around and you didn't kick me out. So I got to write some stuff after that.
Oh, well, blessed to have you. Now, I've always wanted to do this on air, and I will freely admit when I scheduled this podcast, I was thinking, there's a remote chance that it could fund and you get to do this on air. And I can mock
it would be the victory lap.
I threw it out there thinking, why not? Anything can happen. So to people, my friends who rightly believe I have no motor skills, I wanted to do this on video just for all time. I figure, what's the worst? I can accidentally kill myself here, and wow, what an exit! There you go, become a legend.
I might repeat the line from Blazing Saddles that I hope you brought enough for everyone.
Sure thing. Just pass your glass over. Seriously, you guys have to keep me from drinking this whole thing here. All right, so here we go. All right, maybe get a nice, satisfying pop out of this here. Yeah! Woo! Yes.
Congratulations.
Napoleon is supposed to have said, "Always carry champagne. In victory, you deserve it. In defeat, you need it." So.
Now, is that champagne or is it just sparkling wine? Because
I am a public educator, my friend. This is champagne. Alrighty. All right, hold on a second here. For those of you, nobody can see her. She's a wonderful ghostly presence, but my beautiful wife is just off camera, and there you go. She had the sense to bring some pineapple juice, so I'm mimosing her. There we go. Alrighty. So, all right. So everybody got something drinkable, at least in spirit. So I propose a toast to everybody in the Ghost Show cast, everybody who made the book possible, and a special remembrance for our absent friends, Darren Watts and Rob Weiland, who contributed and are no longer with us. And Rob, I wanted to get this book funded for you, man. And I'm thank you all who allowed us to do this for Rob. So here you go, everybody. Cheers. Here you go.
Cheers.
All right, now. And now the people who've known me for a long time know what a lightweight I am, and they're all thinking like, how sloppy drunk is he going to be by the time we hear this? How long will this be nothing but tears and I love you, mans? So
You
we'll
have
find out.
50 minutes to go. So
I will be lost. I'll get fired on Monday, and they'll just say, you know what you did, you know what you said on that podcast, man. All right, and here we go. Speaking of friends, our friend Joe Larini, who's been a great supporter for these. There you go. Cheers to you, my friend, and everybody else who helped make this happen. Whew. All right. Well, there you go. Gosh, I spent all week prepping my please give speech. I feel like I should have come up with something deeper than wow for this moment. I tell you what, how about I tell you what, why don't I hand you off to somebody coherent like my buddy Rob, who alone among us has not had a chance to tell you about his amazing work on this book and his beautifully iconoclastic choice. A film that when he first pitched it to me, I actually got to type the words, oh man, my all-time favorite Harvey Korman meatloaf jam. So I will give Rob a chance to if he's forgiven me over the scratch and sniff, and he can ignore that story if he wants.
No.
There you go. So Rob, tell us about American and what drew you to it, other than that spectacular background.
You're gonna regret this. Well, for whatever reason, a bunch of the films that I've done for your books have been from the same year, as you can see from the handle under my name here, from 1979. And for whatever reason, there's a certain genre of film that I saw in the theaters as a kid at a particular age that struck a chord with me, or it created a chord that struck itself. And an Americathon is one of those. It's cozy. Oh, love at first bite, of course. I actually read George Hamilton's biography for that, so don't say I didn't earn my $100. Black hole, terrific. But anyway, so Americathon is a fun film. I don't think there's anything quite like it. It came out at the end of a decade of really downbeat sci-fi films, and films like Rollerball and Silent Running, films that saw the world collapsing in all kinds of ways, that seemed evident at the time, and it also showed the world in a messy state, or showed America in a messy state. Essentially, the oil embargoes had, they were extrapolating out from the oil embargoes and energy prices and things like that. And the thing is, though, it's just fun. It's a future that, in theory, on paper, you wouldn't want to be there, but it's just so fun and it's so calm. And I would almost say that the film is like the John Ritter of dystopias. He's the star of the film, and you can't hate him. I don't care what he's in. I don't care what he does, but he's just such a beautiful guy. And the movie has his vibe. It's him, it's his show to win or lose. And he takes it, he gives it his all, he gives it his spirit, and it is just the coziest film. The other thing that I appreciate about it in hindsight, is that the people who came up with the original concept, at least, were a couple of the guys behind the Fire Sign Theater, and you're not going to see it exactly. Like it's tough to parse out what they did and what anybody else did on the film, but you can see it. If you see it in that light, you can say, oh yes, this is like a fire sign sketch. This is like a long fire sign sketch. In places it's too long, uh but it's got that vibe. It's got that, like, you're talking to a friend vibe that the fire sign albums have, or you know you're on a, you're on a,
Hmm.
or you're on the couch with a friend and you're watching a movie, and it's just a comfortable vibe. The standard I kind of use for films, and this is not really subversiveness, so apologies in advance. If I'm clicking through the channels and I see a part of this film, am I going to stop and am I going to watch the whole film? I would watch all of Americathon. I would watch all of The Black Hole. I would watch all of The Dead Zone, which is the first film I did. Um, I love The Third Man. It's probably my favorite film. If I saw it, I'd say, oh, cool, The Third Man, and then go to something else. Oh, look at you. But these are just films that I love, and it's easy to tear stuff down, and I just love to talk about stuff that I enjoy for reasons that are challenging to explain. And I think that other people, they might have a vibe with it too. So again, I appreciate the chance. Congratulations on this terrific success. And may the Ghost Show go on forever.
Ooh. Oh, well, thank you so much. Wow, that's amazing. That is our aim, because believe it or not, there is one. There's always question. When I do something, it's always fair to ask, is there a point to this? But the point to this is, in a world of infinite choice, that can be maddening. I don't think humanity was prepared for living in a world of being able to see basically any film that still exists. Those of us who had to wait for it to come on, the edited version to come on NBC Sunday night at the movies, or the beautiful day when you could rent a 480p cropped version on VHS, those days of miracle and wonder, just we weren't prepared for it. So this whole series is films that we've fallen in love with for whatever reason and will be different. They will be something you haven't seen before in some way, shape, or form. And I always feel very, very blessed that I lived in an age of curation. A lot of media was kind of like that cool cousin or cool older brother, like, hey, come check this out. Those of us who, in lieu of dating, spent our weekends with USA Network's Night Flight, just turning on to like really strange films and videos and music. And I kind of wanted it to be the literary equivalent of that. So if you're looking for something different, and my word, shouldn't we all be looking for something different sooner or later? Oh, we wanted these to be little guidebooks, and wow, I could not have asked for a better team, a better crew to take that journey with. And speaking of people on our crew, here you go. Our man Sean Vieira, our longtime backer, our longtime supporter. Hey, good evening to you too. Glad you could join us here. So, all righty. Well, I wanted to give Tim a chance to talk a little more about his, because to show you the extra work that we will put into these essays when necessary. Tim had a little backstory about his piece on Project Omicron. But before I do that, as the alcohol starts to kick in, Tim, it occurs to me, I know who would love your costume, man. Wherever Andy Kaufman is right now, He is smiling at the Christopher Lee costume. He right now. There you go. And now Tim is frozen. There you go. I put the hex on him. So you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reach into the ether for reinforcements. And here we go. I'm going to bring in the one, the only Nicole Winchester. Hey, Nicole. We can't hear you, Nicole. You're on mute. But we're already fascinated by where you're at. We love your location, but you're on mute.
Cover your ear.
Okay. All right. Okay. I can talk. I don't know why I'm not talking myself. All right. Well, while we try.
It's great to be here in Toronto. I just wanted to make and say hi because, look at all these people. Toronto is madness right now. Madness.
Indeed, yes. Yes. You have that.
Anything? I'm going to go because I can hear nothing.
Loud and distorted.
But I thought I'd just come here and show you what's happening here.
All right. Hey, well, thanks for dropping in there. There you go. See,
It's like a found footage movie.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
I think Nicole demonstrates that not everyone can be having as much fun as we are.
I actually want to write an essay about what Nicole is doing right now.
I sold this show on the Kickstarter update. Tune in because not even Professor McGee knows what's going to happen. So thank you, Nicole, for proving that. And best of luck to her Blue Jays. She's a native Torontoan, and so yes, she's obviously got some skin in that game. So Tim, like I said, I ever since a minute ago I looked at your shirt and it hit me like I would now like to do for you the Christopher Lee. And so there we go. So in the spirit of Andy Kaufman there. All right. Yes. Tell us your great backstory about your Project Omicron piece.
Well, okay. So Project Omicron is not a commercial film. It was a shot on video underground movie made by high school kids in Venice, Florida, in the late 90s. And because there's this resurgence of recovering all these artifacts from the shot on video era, it was released by Vinegar Syndrome partner label, VHS Hitfest, earlier this year. And it's the other podcasts I talk about how amazing and surreal it is, about how these kids started off making a movie with home camcorders and then just discovered David Lynch essentially, and surrealism and Discordianism, and you can see the evolution as the movie got made over 5 years for them reaching higher and higher heights. What was really cool about it was that I got to reach out to the guy who made it from 1995 to 1999. He's now he works for a very famous historical marionette theater in Hollywood now.
Wow.
We spent 2 weeks just kind of hanging out on the phone, talking about the movie and what growing up in this weird circus town in Florida was like in the 90s, and how he and his Mormon skater friends all went to high school and got in the theater and video department. And what was really interesting about it was he when they started it off, they were like 14 or 15, and they were just trying to make an Outer Limits episode that nobody had ever seen before. Low expectations. They were just playing with camcorders. And he had a really poignant story because, like at right about 16 or 17, he had a kind of a mental breakdown, and had to kind of work his way back and started to use punk music and performance art, and he got heavily into Discordianism and all the really interesting subculture things that were happening in the 90s, and just got completely stuck on the idea of Dada as therapy for the issues that he was having personally, and how he could force his way to cope with the world by constructing Dadaist structures. And so halfway through this 90-minute videotape that these kids made, it veers into a completely brilliant piece of, I think I described it as somewhere between a high school theater production and a truly American found outsider art, because it goes off the rails and becomes three other things that it started off to be. And it was just such a beautiful thing to watch. Lovely guy to talk to. He eventually went on to collaborate with people like Nick Zedd in New York, and Dan Harmon apparently promoted some weird cable access stuff that he did later. And he just has this individual voice. He's a lovely guy, Jared Whittam. And so the story is structured, the essay in the book is structured around our talk and how he revealed for the first time, kind of really, how he kind of went nuts and built his way back using this movie to do it. And I can't think of any more subversive science fiction thing than that, I guess.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing. It's the way that these books, one of the oldest forms of human communication, are continuing to sow connections and weave together personal relationships. It's amazing. It's like very Fahrenheit 451. We're the book people that have found each other. And yes, that is where I went up after a glass of champagne.
Oh, I want to tag on that I got when I did the first essay that I did for your book series for Fantastic Flops, when I did Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Yes, I had a connection to the agent of the guy who made that film. And when that book was published, it was the 25th anniversary of Sky Captain. And I talked to his agent about how we wanted to make an appreciation of that. And I was told flatly, nah, he doesn't want to talk about that movie anymore. So try again.
Wow, that's wow. Well, all righty. Well, while you guys were chatting, my lovely wife is enjoying her mimosa, and maybe I should switch to that, because she grabbed a hold of a napkin and she just scratched out the titles of like our next 6 books right here. I had to put this on camera just so everybody but yeah, Wayward Westerns. Okay. Although that sounds a bit naughty. Is it better because it sounds naughty, or worse because it sounds naughty?
Better.
Crucial comedies. Cataclysmic comedies.
Mm-hmm.
Americathon. Oh my God, that would have been the book for Americathon. Exquisite exploitation.
Oh,
wow. Hey, book title or description of small independent publishing. You be the judge. Rogue romances. I want to go watch a romance movie now, so I have an excuse to use that title. Distilled dystopias. And necessary.
My life is a dystopia.
Necessary noirs. I should do a noir at some point in my career. Yes, there you go. Oh, here we go. Cat cameo, just what we needed. There we go. The evening is complete now. All right. All right. Well, okay. You brought the cat on camera. You got to introduce the cat.
Oh, this is Bear.
Aw.
Hmm.
And they're very upset because it's Halloween and we're not letting them out right now.
Aw. Now, okay, now in the back of my head, I'm going to spend the rest of the evening imagining your cat going like, "It is Devil's Night. We must rampage, rampage."
And two of them that we have are black cats. So we.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Now, you see, you should have done that just without telling us and just dared us to go, "Tim, is that the same cat? Did your cat used to be black?"
we have some cats.
Okay, and here we go. But I want to hand it. Okay, we got more titles coming in later. There.
Yeah, this was just.
Oh, here we go. Period pieces.
Ooh.
Okay. Coming of age. Culinary cinema.
Oh, boy.
I'm reminded about the fact that that since Fantastic Flops, Mike Mason included his favorite White Russian recipe with his Big Lebowski essay. This is technically a cookbook. That's how I've been selling it. Oh, I'm so blessed to have crazy talented people like you all working for me. It's just insane how so much talent could assemble around this introverted weirdo. I could never explain it, but I'm eternally grateful for it.
I was looking for my Tampopo.
Oh, is that the third one?
No, the movie Tampopo.
See what the demon rum has done to me.
There's no rum in that.
I might argue that Tampopo was a Western. A Japanese Western, Eastern Western.
It is a noodle Western, but it's very culinary. So, I also have a cook thief wife and his lover. Can I do that?
Oh my goodness. Oh well. Oh, here we go. Here's Sean weighing in. Well, not about movies directly. A book about movie hosts. Well, like
Svengoolie.
Like Svengoolie. Wow. Gosh, because he seems like the kind of guy that would consent to an interview.
Well,
God, I feel it's like a Brady Bunch episode. I'm cooking up a plan to get Svengoolie at my prom. I'll pretend I'm writing a book. So, gosh, that could be fun. That could be fun.
Sadly, I think there was. I think he was probably considered one of the finest horror / genre late night genre film hosts ever. Bill Cardille, who was in the he was in the Western Pennsylvania or the Pittsburgh area. I think he has passed on, however.
Sadly, yes. But okay, hand to my maker. He's literally on my TV screen right now. I have
Bill Cardille.
Yeah, it's like I can look over my monitor and he's standing over it. We've just got past the would you describe them as slow moving, Chief? So yes. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Here we Joe Lorini's a fan too. Yes, indeed. Oh yeah, here we go. But just to finish up Sean's comment, Sean mentions, there you go. We're going to be talking about movie hosts as his topic on our podcast. And that's another thing I need to talk about before the liquor seriously kicks in. And that is the project is funded. It's going to happen. And that means that the rewards that you guys have backed us for are going to actually happen. You will get your book. You will get your ebooks. And for those of you that have paid for the higher level rewards, like being on a podcast, and this is amazing. So far, 3 people have paid the actual American currency to have a spot in this grid to chat with us, and we're very, 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 very blessed that Sean is going to be one of them again. And if you would like to see our future podcast, we have to sit down and try to schedule everything. And if you have toddlers or if you have small children, you may have some sympathy for what it's like to try to schedule a podcast with busy, talented people. So if you want to know when these 3 backer podcasts are coming up, there you go. If you haven't already, go to the Facebook and follow us there. That's the Go Show Facebook page, and we'll keep you abreast of all the upcoming podcasts, whether it's just us getting together to talk mess or you want to see what our backers are going to come up with. And now maybe we've made you jealous. Maybe you're sitting here thinking like, I would like to join this madness. I want a first class ticket on that crazy train. We actually have reward slots open where you could we could theoretically be doing 8 of these. So, I got to get a case of this stuff, man. But I'll do it for you people. And it's automagical. You go here, you back at the right level. It's funded. It will happen. You will be here, and maybe we could do, if she's up for it, maybe do a thing like place your bets at what point Nicole will be popping in from an undisclosed location. Where in the world is Nicole? Thank you, dear. Yes, there you go. Place your bets. There you go. So there you go. So and other great things available, like there are still plenty of slots where you could pick an essay in the book. It's a fantastic lineup, but if you're sitting there thinking like it only needs this one more film, you back us at the right level, you will fund an essay and we will write about the movie of your choice and even give you some space to talk about why you love that film. All you got to do is go to that link and back us at a higher level, and we'll be happy to load you up on rewards. All righty. And here we go. Sean pops in here. The greatest movie host up here in Canada was Elwy Yost, the father of Graham Yost, the screenwriter of Speed. Now, here's where I'm looking forward to having Sean on the show, because I freely admit I have never considered the possibility that Canada had horror hosts. And now, Sean, if you hadn't asked to do this show, I would be asking you to do this show now. Please come on here and tell us about Canadian horror. So, yes, that's one of the ones we're going to be doing. And again, go to our Facebook page, be notified the moment we get that scheduled and we get that ready to go. And as always, all my Go Show people, welcome to join that if you want to get schooled on Canadian horror hosts like I'm looking.
Well, it's Count Floyd.
Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes. Yes. Part of the genius of SCTV is that's funny, even if you have no clue what a horror host is. Even that, like, the guy that was doing the action news at 6 would be putting on plastic vampire fangs and a cape and being, Count Ghostly, midnight Saturday. And you can slowly see the death behind his eyes as he's seeing the lost moments with his children before he introduces Castle of Evil in a moth-eaten 16mm print. Yes. Even funnier knowing where the gag comes from now.
I wrote my first movie for Svengoolie.
Really?
Oh.
The original or the
original, because I grew up in Chicago in the late 60s and early 70s. And so as a kid, I didn't understand movie production, so I thought he made the movies. and I remember specifically, like around 1969 or 1970, writing the Godzilla movie that he should show next.
Oh.
And I would do crayon drawings of like, and then Mothra would come in, but then Ghidorah does this, and you should make that movie. That's the movie you should make. And I sent that to Svengoolie.
I think these days you can officially call those storyboards.
Which I didn't even know that at the time. But yeah, I like plotted it all out.
Great. Well, there's the famous story that Stephen King sent his first story into Famous Monsters magazine. Maybe some kid will find this in like the world's most slack elementary school library and like, hey, Professor McGlothlin, you make the movies, right? Oh, my sweet summer child. I know some filmmakers. That's the most I could ever possibly name. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Oh, oh wow. Okay. So all right. Well, hey, it's Halloween night. And I've had a glass of champagne. We should feel reflective here. So like, John, what's your warmest Halloween memory when you think of like great Halloween moments? What comes to mind? And I'll give you other two guys a chance in a sec here.
Oh goodness, I'm trying to remember if I have a specific one.
If you need a minute, I'll pick on the others.
um, I'll have to admit, I was one of those kids who pretty much stopped doing much in terms of celebrating Halloween once I hit the. I might have done up to the age of 12, but I think my like teen years were pretty much when I called trick or treating quits, and I'm sure I went to a few Halloween parties after that. But goodness, I may have to admit I was never the biggest celebrant of Sam Hain's birthday.
Ooh. But you're here with us now, so you
Yes.
are. All righty. Okay, Tim. What's your? Oh, Tim's busy. So, Rob, what's one of your some favorite Halloween memories you have?
Well, watching Americathon for one thing. Yeah, yeah. God.
Now I'm fixated on your local horror host. Now, like, ooh, kids, we got a scary one tonight. Americathon. Ooh.
Oh, to see how bad the script is.
See what
after Rob's done, I'll tell you one of the worst. So I do remember
go
a bad
for it,
experience.
please. No. Go for it.
Okay, I remember being. I was probably no more than. I don't even think I was in double digits yet. I think it was 9, and I was with my slightly, two cousins, and one was slightly older, a couple years old, 3 years older. One was my age, maybe a year younger, I think it was, and the older one, and I was staying over like the Halloween weekend. For some reason, not actually Halloween, but whatever date it fell on, I was staying over like the night previous, and the older one decided that we were going to watch whatever horror film came on late at night, and sometimes the local censors probably didn't maybe they didn't stay up that late, or they just didn't maybe they just didn't care. But it was I later found out it was a film called British film called I think it was just called, oh goodness gracious, The Corpses of the Living Dead of the Manchester Morgue. Yes. And now my younger cousin went to bed. To my older cousin, like I said, I think he was like 12, maybe even 13 at the time. Haven't seen him in quite a while. It just wasn't that big a deal, I guess. To me, that was pretty terrifying, and especially because where I slept, which was on like a sofa bed, a sleeper sofa. My aunt's house, it was in the country, like isolated in the country, and rural PA, and like 3 big windows, okay, in the living room.
So to this day, you're ready to beat your cousin up for leaving.
Yeah, I kind of, yeah.
Okay, all righty. Well, yeah, the cousin that made me the final girl. There, thank you so much. Yeah. So Rob, there. By the way, Rob, I am now completely in love with Americathon, aka look what they can do to your script, little boy. Ooh.
Oh. Boy, Halloween memories. Well, the thing that, oh my God, yeah, the thing that comes to mind is the cultural artifact of our time, um, where there'd be the caution each year, and the urban myth each year about about the poison in the candy, the razor blades in the apples, um, and I don't know, there's a good essay probably in where that came from, and it's probably been done already. Uh, but that vibe, that mood, in many ways, it was like such a remote terror possibility, but, but it felt so close to home that it was fun. It does what a good horror film is supposed to do. It's fun and scary, where it's like, you feel um, some separation from the scare, but it's still real enough to affect you. So there's always the thing like, oh wow, I know that my neighbor here is a jerk, but I wonder if he would poison me. Is he that much of a jerk? He's got that stupid dog, but is he gonna? And I mean, that was the thing that stuck out for me as a kid. As an adult, having the chance to go out with my son when he went for trick or treating, um, it was actually very gratifying that he took. Oh God, I'm sorry. This is getting too maudlin, but the fact that he showed originality in the costumes that he wanted. Like he wanted to be like Rod Serling one year,
Oh,
and it's like, on the one hand, it's like, yeah, you don't want to like pull some kid down the pop culture path that you started on, and you don't want to like say, hey, my kid was into the blah blah blahs, but it was nice to see that something that we kind that we got introduced to together uh, had an effect, and it came out in such, not a primal way, but like an unexpected way, as a Halloween costume.
mhm.
I mean, there's something very expressive about a Halloween costume. You know, I'm here as the slutty film critic. Um, but yeah, Jack, it just
try
that
to
didn't make
try to scrub the image of Pauline Kael in fishnets out
yeah.
of my head right now.
I see it with my waking eyes. Um, but the okay, that was completely off the reservation there. But the long and the short of it is that it was nice to go out trick or treating with my son, and it was cool to
Yeah.
see him have these cool costumes. So
Oh,
please
God.
cut me off at this point, because I feel like I've had a mimosa and I haven't had anything like this.
There you go. There you go. You give me a thing about childhood costumes. I can remember doing I can remember doing the Fonz, and I remember doing Evil Knievel, and now I'm retroactively glad that like Henry Winkler has turned out to be this gem of a human being, because I'm dressed as the man that will soon beat his photographer with a baseball bat. A costume I probably would have done in my college years, like insane baseball bat swinging evil. I probably would have done in college there. But like Tim, what do you some good Halloween memories?
Honestly, they're more recent. I kind of echo everything that Rob was talking about. I mean, there are no standout experiences from the decades that I spent as a 70s kid doing Halloween. and I loved the holiday so much.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's the modern age, it's the internet age. I live in a kind of a fraught political place,
Yeah.
Texas. But I live in a kind of a 50s neighborhood, and I feel like Halloween is the marvel of holidays, in that a whole bunch of other people that understood what we loved for so long got on board and are now full tilt. We get 150 to 200 kids a night on Halloween in this
Wow.
little patch of neighborhood. And I was talking to people all week, and they're like, we don't see any trick-or-treaters. People don't do that. People don't do that. But so my memory is now, or in the
Yeah.
last couple of years, when we see all the neighborhood kids in this little bit of slice of Americana that we got.
Mm.
And they're all from they're not from the neighborhood. They're from around the neighborhood. So it's the kids in the apartment complexes. It's the working class kids that their parents are bringing them into this neighborhood, and all our friends are out in the neighborhood giving away
Aw.
candy and fruit and stuff. And so even in Texas, we are all socializing as neighbors, and
Yeah.
that's what I immediately thought about.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally with you that like how Halloween has aged even better, because as a kid, I was always struck by the fact that like if Halloween popped up in media, you would invariably get the shot of like the characters in the movie, the sitcom or whatever. We're watching an all-night horror movie marathon. But growing up in the 70s, those didn't exist. I mean, it's like the one Halloween TV presentation that was actually on Halloween that sticks out in my mind was the half hour when Dracula Saved Halloween, where Judd Hirsch from Taxi is Dracula. That's like the most Halloween thing I ever actually got to see on Halloween. And
Well,
and,
okay,
and
so
that and the Paul Lynde Halloween special. And every
well,
year now that I'm an adult and I've got like movies and Turner Classic Movies doing 24 horror marathons, I think it was a good idea to grow up, because now there's more to Halloween. No offense to Paul Lynde. The Paul Lynde Halloween special is epic, but there's more to the holiday than just hoping they re-show the Paul Lynde special.
but to
What's the
tack
number one?
onto that, I still love I Got a Rock.
Yes.
I mean,
yes, a metaphor for many moments in life, as the great Charles Schulz.
I mean, it's probably the first metaphor you learn that you're learning what a metaphor is.
Yes. And hey, here we go. We're talking about Halloween. A couple of our long time. And here we go. All right, Dev, one of our new contributors to the Ghost Show here. He and Jesse Scoble are tag teaming on an essay for Pitch Black. There you go. All right. And he tells us his earliest memories was Saturday night was Elwie Yost. I feel like as soon as the show is over, I got to go to YouTube now. So yeah, unless Deb and Sean are just combining to mess with me, I know my YouTube search as soon as this is over. And here we go. And our old buddy Sean is with us. Rainy and windy night got over 100 kids. Man, that's just wow. That's that. I've been in the classroom for 30 years, and these days, anytime they put their damn phones down, I'm happy. I couldn't imagine 100 kids coming to my house but hey, hey, that's keeping the best part of this of this tradition as it is evolved alive. So bless you all.
Ghost Show.
Indeed it is. And for those of you that don't know, the reason that we are in fact Ghost Show Press is because I was visiting our local used media store, and there in the corner of a bottom shelf, I found, for the princely sum of an American dollar, a something weird video release for Monsters Crash the Pajama Party. And it had the actual film that was made specifically to be shown at ghost shows, and an audio commentary by two guys that used to work the ghost show circuit. and they were name checking like every town that I have ever lived in Virginia. Like, hey, remember that time we went to South Boston and this happened? And just the amount of wonder that they were able to bring to impoverished rural folk with just a rubber mask and some ballyhoo, some imagination. When it came time to come up with a name for all this, it just seems so perfect. It's like, hey, me and my friends, we're going to get some rubber masks and pretend to bury a guy alive. And, we don't have a huge budget. We've got a lot of imagination. Let's together and have some fun. And, and here we go. And thank you so much, Deb. Oh my gosh. Deb and I literally just met on this project, and he already knows that I am perpetually up at 4 a.m. going like, did we fund? So, what a beautiful human being that already knows me and all of my flaws and foibles and has still been such an amazing part of this journey. So thank you, Deb, and all the writers here and all the writers who are tuning in and all the writers that will watch this later on. Thank you all for making terrific books that people want to give their money for, and for the extra work that you guys do and promoting all of this. Thank you all so much. Well, we're heading down to the last 5 minutes, and that's our traditional. I understand you have a clip of your new movie in the best Johnny Carson tradition. So if anybody has anything that you're working on that you want to promote, anything that you're looking forward to, anything that somebody should check out this Halloween weekend as they wander through their infinite choices. So let's see, I'll swing back around. Like, John, what are you into, or tell us what people should be checking out this Halloween weekend? What will make their scary weekend complete?
I don't have anything particularly scary to recommend to people.
Okay.
I will go ahead and give a shout out to I don't know him personally, but the moderator and administrator of the board, the website Echoes of the Multiverse, which is a tabletop role-playing gaming / superhero / genre movie and TV site, and lots of different subforums. And Aries, I've been a member for years and years, and Aries has just always come across as a great guy, and he was willing to promote the project and kind of re-promote it on his social media for a final push. I know he's like the world's biggest original Billy Batson Captain Marvel fan. I know he's also a huge pulp hero fiction fan, and he's in fact, I know there something he was working on, although I think it's been put on pause for a while, was a sort of a big multi-pulp hero crossover, where essentially the overriding arc is Doc Savage on one side, and if you're not aware of this, there used to be pulps in pre-Nazi Germany, and they actually ran up all the way to the early days of the Reich.
Wow.
And there was a counterpart to Doc Savage called Sunco. And Sunco, if the descriptions I've read of the pulps were accurate, he wasn't necessarily what you'd consider the nicest character in fiction even before Hitler took power. But after, Germany became Nazified, essentially he went full Nazi. But presented, of course, as the hero. So literally, I know the guy was running like chapter by chapter these arcs of Doc Savage battling Sunco and recruiting all sorts of, and Sunco was recruiting the villains. Although some American villains were siding with Doc Savage because they just hated Nazism.
Good on them.
That's amazing.
He was pulling in some cool, obscure characters. Like there was an Italian counterpart to the Phantom, the ghost who walks. Also, it's just really cool stuff.
He's riding a scooter through the jungle going, ciao.
Yeah. And I mean, I love pulps. I love, if anyone's into characters who are now in the public domain, but who still have a lot of potential, I'd recommend the public domain superhero site, which also covers characters from mythology and pulp fiction and literary characters. Anything by Jess Niven has done great. Jess Niven, who did annotations for League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, he's done like Wikipedias for Fantastic Victoria and pulp heroes and Golden Age heroes.
Yes.
If you're a genre fan, I guess I'm just giving you three great sources to check out.
All right.
That's so cool.
Well, there you go. Well, I poured one out for Aries. Thank you for your support, and for Mr. Talkie Tawny. So here we go. There we go. And there we go. Sean Vieira, a tasteful fan of the Captain Marvel cereal,
which is considered one of the best cereals of its time, along with supposedly the Spy Smasher cereal, which was also a Fawcett character.
Which I must confess, I am only actually watching the Captain Marvel serial thanks to the good people at Riff Tracks. So, but Rob, what should people watch this Halloween other than Love at First Sight, or maybe go for it?
That's well worth your time.
I've seen that. I saw it at the drive-in.
It's a terrific movie. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. I kind of am reluctant to mention this because it's such a downer, but I recently had the chance to watch there was a recent cable series about John Wayne Gacy, and it was one of the most startling things I've seen in a long time. And the actor who played him is beyond extraordinary. And again, I don't want to bring the tone down, so I'm not going to go into detail on it, but it was just extraordinary and very, very respectful of and not exploitative, and really, it's not the kind of thing I was expecting, and it blew me away.
Oh, so, wow. All right.
That's my 2 cents for
the
recent Halloween-y thing.
There you go. And I want to give Tim a chance, but our friend Joe Larini is waving in to give a shout out to Tom Tyler as Captain Marvel in the Captain Marvel serial. And to tie this into Halloween, if you lovely people have never had the chance, the immediate sequel to the original Boris Karloff, The Mummy, the 1940 The Mummy's Hand, Tom Tyler is giving his one and only appearance as the Mummy. And it's really weird to say that guy gave a great performance as the Mummy. But the thing about Tom Tyler is, and this is my meta theory, is that Tom Tyler basically had to be blackmailed into putting on all those bandages and makeup and crap every single day. And Tom Tyler went to work every single day wanting to take his murderous rage out on the rest of the cast. Because as much of the film is like light and funny and kind of Abbott and Costelli in places, when Tom Tyler shows up as the Mummy just wants to straight fucking kill somebody. I mean, for real. It's like you're fearing for the characters and you're fearing for the actors. Again, you can't often say that guy was really good as the Mummy, but Tom Tyler, my friend, you earn it in the Mummy's hand. So if you're looking for some good throwback entertainment, I can recommend that. And now I hand it over to Tim. Tell us what would be the best Halloween treat for people. And here we go, Joe, backing me up. Thank you. All right, but there. So what's gonna make their Halloween complete?
I don't know if it's the best, but I think that there's this crappy old movie that people need to reassess, and it's this one right here, Atom Age Vampire, which is
I'm familiar.
Which is the exact moment that Italian Gothic turned into Italian science fiction for the 60s.
Yes. Oh yeah.
It is the catalyst moment where we went, oh no, now we can go here. And this movie didn't know what to do with it, but it fell so that others could run. And it's really Atom Age Vampire. Everybody makes fun of it. It's got a go-go dancer who has to fight a scientist who wants to replace her face. Halloween. Thank you. Out.
Tim, you have sold like 100% of our audience with Go-Go Dancer fights a face-stealing scientist. That movie just raced up the Netflix charts with that.
Hey, I am going to throw out one
Okay.
horror movie I can recommend, which is Assignment Terror.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I have a fondness for the Mexican cinema of that era,
Indeed.
and it's a fun monster mashup. It's also continuation of the Vladimir Walensky werewolf, werewolf, who was a continuing horror character in Mexican cinema that era, and he gets to battle a mummy and a Frankenstein monster who has a goatee, and of course a vampire as well, and aliens.
All right.
Somehow Santa did not show up.
Hey, if I could amend,
I always think the film is lesser when El Santo doesn't show up. So go ahead, please.
Can I just amend so that I don't recommend some big downer movie? There's a film from a while ago called the WNUF
Yes.
Halloween special,
Yes.
which is brilliant film. For anyone who hasn't seen it or heard about it, it's essentially a found footage film of the broadcast of a local TV station on Halloween night as they do a live event at a haunted house. And the real appeal of it is the period detail they do, because basically they went completely to town with doing mock versions of local TV commercials from the 80s, and it's just extraordinary. It is brilliant, and in its way they create a whole world through those. And actually, a couple days ago, I just saw that the same people who did that one did a sequel, and I am forgetting the title. But it basically takes place a little bit after the original. The conceit is the same. It's the news team on a Halloween night, except that it's about extraterrestrials now.
Wow.
And it's a lot of fun. They update the commercials to the 90s at this time, and it's just
Cool.
Oh god, the vibe.
Joe Larini is
the title.
The Out There Halloween Mega Tape.
Yes, that's
Thank you, Joe.
That's it.
The
So
original
again,
special.
just forget that I recommended a downbeat miniseries.
No problem. No
Mass
problem.
market.
I will second your recommendation. I will give you my hot take.
Okay.
WNUF is everything that Late Night with the Devil should have been. And
Oh yes, for sure.
Late Night with the Devil got all the hype, but WNUF is where your eyeballs should have gone. And
Mhm.
while we were chatting, Dev weighed in with a film targeted for a bunch of aging men. Bubba Hotep.
Oh yeah.
And as I try to hope my creaking knees won't show up on the mic. There you go. There you go. Deb nailed it. And riffing off Tim's Adam Age Vampire, Sean weighs in with, I'm checking boxes here. Okay, Australian series, comedy, adventure, 70s Italian films.
Yes.
You know, I'm picturing the fictional film from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Operación Dynamite. So yes, so fertile ground there. Well, all right. Well, we better wrap this up before we say something that could endanger our careers here. But immediate thank yous for, believe it or not, gentlemen, we have picked up over $200 in pledges. We started this strange odyssey into my long frustrated desire to be like Paul Lynde and have my own Halloween special. So while I wasn't able to get Roz, Pinky Tuscadero, Kelly on here, I frankly think I did better with you guys. So thank you all for coming and being a part of this, and thanks everybody who tuned in. Thanks everybody who contributed. And if you're just catching on to this madness, you still have, let me check the official calendar, 46 hours to get on board and be a part of a future
Almost
podcast.
2 days.
There you go. A math. Thankfully, we got a math guy on board here, because it's not me. To get on board and make the book even bigger. We are currently at 68.33. Every $200 past $7,000 makes this book one SA bigger at no extra cost to you. So spread the word, pledge what you can, and we will make this already incredible book even better. And thank you people for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here and helping make this whole experience a great ride. All righty. So we're going to say goodbye to now, but again, we've got at least 3 more of these coming up. Just tune your internet browser to the Go Show Facebook page. We'll keep you up to date. And thanks again, everybody. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Candy and scare films.